What is up, everyone? We are back for another episode of Big Things Coming. Jordy, Mel, my little sidekicks here.
Hey,
What?
watch the little.
What?
Because I am way taller than you, bro.
Dude, it's me. Everyone is taller than me.
We've just started. Shots fired. How we doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
What you guys been up to?
Living the dream.
Living the dream, living the dream.
Yeah, look, you know,
Pushing on.
that's it.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Simple as that.
Recording
Yep.
studio. That's my dream.
Yeah, well, that is the musician's life,
dream,
right?
yeah. I just want to get paid for it now. That would be the ultimate dream.
You guys
True.
get paid?
That's it. You guys getting paid?
Yeah.
All right.
So who have we got today, guys?
We have the fantabulous, the incredible, Irish-influenced heritage
Ooh.
acoustic
There you
styles
go, bro.
of the one
yes.
and only Miss Sabrina.
Please.
Hello, Sabrina. How are you?
Oh, thank you. That was the best introduction I've ever had in my life.
Tried really hard.
You really shone in that moment, my love. You really did.
Oh, thank you very much. Like, I feel very, very honoured to be sitting on this beautiful table with. Look at all the decorations.
Yeah.
Like, this
We're
is
honoured to have
beautiful.
you.
Let me show you something that we've got here. It's a new addition.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah. Just for shits and
She's
giggles.
obsessed.
love it. It's so great.
It's a chatterbox. That's what
love
we're
your
gonna do.
reaction.
That's what we do. This is great.
Now you just got to put a lolly in his mouth.
A snake? Oh,
How are
you
you
guys
this
have chowed
fun?
all the snakes, man.
How are you this fine morning, Sabrina?
Look, I'm happy to be alive.
This is true.
Us musicians, we have late nights sometimes,
Yes.
so things don't make sense. I do apologise.
I'm in
we're
the
doing
land
well.
of make-believe.
But thank you so much. I'm doing really well this morning. And how are you guys?
Oh, thank you for asking. You're so kind.
I think that's the first time.
your presence is intoxicating. I
Oh,
love it.
oh,
I love it. Like,
He's
you
needing
just-
a beer, so this is helping.
Do you want some more lollies? Or like-
Look, take me away from the Red Bull. If I had that, it would definitely give me wings. So,
oh man, I'm getting high off the fumes.
Please.
of
I
this
know,
stuff,
right?
Please, Sabrina, give us a little backstory. What's how
Backstory.
you-
Tell us all about you.
oh wow. Yeah. Wait. Well. So
Sure.
yes.
I feel that hard.
I understand. I get
Totally
it. I
on
get
that
it.
level.
Oh, where should I begin? Well, how long do we have? Do we actually set a time?
We got a while.
We got a while.
We got a while.
Well, so obviously, Sabrina, thank you again for having me. A bit about myself. So I'm a folk artist, originally from Perth, WA. I love Perth. It is a beautiful, beautiful place to be and
Yeah.
to live in. Grew up here, obviously, and I started music when I was about, like 14.
14, yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
in school or just as a hobby?
Originally it was a hobby. I think because to be honest, I was shocking at math and English. If
Yeah,
you saw me
yeah.
in class, you'd be
Oh,
like this
shame
poor
here.
person.
Dude, my name is Jonny, all right? Little Jonny in the class. You know,
Literally.
I've got some horrific school stories, man.
Oh,
Like,
I bet.
it's
Yeah, like-
it's shocking, isn't it? Like,
I was that traumatizing kid. Like, yeah. So I
His thing was
apologize.
like it's past tense.
Yeah,
like
nothing's changed. So you started music at school.
Yes, and
What school did you go to?
I went to quite a few actually. So let's place ourselves in primary school. Love that school, beautiful school. And I actually started there, I guess, musically wise, because we actually lived across the road, our family, which is great. So we actually would always be like about 5 minutes late.
Might just move your microphone back a little bit.
Perfect.
That's
Oh, there we go.
the ticket.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I was only
and-
asking what school because,
Oh.
like, sometimes when you're in school, like I had a music scholarship in school, so I wonder if that
Yes.
was something like that happened for you.
It did.
Okay.
So in primary school, I started, I guess, singing and being involved in the choir. And it wasn't until high school where I got a vocal scholarship, which I never thought this little goofy redhead would get.
Here you are.
So that was the start of the journey. And I think what's actually helped in a sense where I was like, I wasn't good at math or English, but music was my passion. So as soon as I thought, at least I've got these chords to go with.
Yeah.
Let's just take the journey. Let's see what can happen. So ever since then, I've been on this drive and enjoying the drive, enjoying meeting people, especially you, lovely people. And it's
bless
great.
your heart.
So,
You are so sweet.
Here you
like,
go.
give me more. Give me some
Stop
more
it.
lollies. Wake
Stop
me
it.
Can we
up.
just have Sabrina on every app?
Let's wine and dine this lovely young lady. Yeah? You can come back for a second episode.
Well, she has to.
Was it
Like, it's
LaSalle?
already booked in.
Did you say LaSalle Primary?
Lake Gwellup Primary.
Lake Gwellup. Sorry.
And then Churchlands High School.
I heard that. Yeah.
Oh.
No, Gwellup Primary.
I thought she said LaSalle, and I was like, Midland Dog, what's up? I was like, that's my hood. That's my hood.
You're like, hey, man.
How have we not met each other before? Anyway, sorry, continue. So, Lake Gwellup.
So Lake Gwellup was when I started. I actually think that's where I found my voice in a sense. I started realizing, oh, well, that's something I've got. And then I remember, being in school with math and English and being like, I was like in the back of the classroom. So I'm teaching now. I make sure that my students, everyone feels comfortable, everyone feels included, because it's so easy. Wow.
You're a teacher.
I am. Would you believe that?
Well, like, what?
Of maths and English?
Those poor children.
How does that work out?
I feel you there with maths, because I never understood how. I'm going to swear, so I hope your students aren't watching. How the fuck does A plus B equal C over D?
I know. Like,
when did they bring letters into it, man?
I only know
right?
AC/DC.
That is the answer.
It's as good as it
Yes.
gets.
Correct.
Musicians
I
for
used to
you.
actually write that on algebra questions.
Yep.
AC/DC.
Oh.
And my teacher
Akadakama.
was never cool enough to understand what the fuck I was talking about. Like, come, bro.
She just thought you were really fucking stupid.
Literally, this child is never, ever going to make it anywhere.
You're a teacher
Of music.
Of
Yes.
music.
fantastic.
What do you know?
Full circle.
I love that for you.
Thank you very much. So I do Cert 4. I'm teaching Cert 4 in music, and I love my students. I'm teaching at Mount Pleasant College, a beautiful college, doing Cert 4. It's such a great environment, and everyone is very like-minded, very artsy, and so I actually don't even know how I'm actually there, to be fair.
Because you're amazing.
Exactly.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So are you doing
No.
theory and practical?
Yeah, theory, practical, vocals as well,
Yeah.
and
We're like
ensemble.
kindred spirits. I used to teach music as well, and it was such a joy for me.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Especially when you're seeing the students come out of their shell a bit.
You know, like
Yeah.
when they go do their
Yeah.
first performance, their live first solo performance, and they are crying
Yep.
back
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and they're sweating, they're vomiting, they're very fucking nervous, and they're looking at you like, help.
Get me out of here.
You've got this, you've got this. And then they go and do it, and they're like, I got it. I'm
Yeah.
like, yes. It's like, it's so uplifting.
100%. And
Yeah.
I think that's, in a sense, having teachers in my life that, and people who, because when I went down to, there's a bit of a jump from Perth, doing my school scholarship, to then Denmark, WA.
Okay.
That was more creative. Everyone was a bit more chill,
Yeah.
hippies. I was like, where have you been all my life? And I was like, and that's where the creativeness came from.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand what it's like to be someone who's in the classroom, you don't understand what's going on, but you have a passion, you have a dream, you're like, you know what, no matter what happens, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
You're just
Yes.
going to take it on and see.
Is that because getting a teaching degree, you have to go rural?
So I think I actually didn't do a degree. I did I did a degree in music.
Yeah.
But wow, Sab, you're doing so well. But I did
Call yourself a teacher.
literally. If anyone's watching this, I do apologise. But I'm doing a Cert 4 in teaching and assessing while I'm doing the Cert 4, which gives me that eligibility, if that's right.
Okay.
Look at you, Miss Fancy.
You just told us the loophole.
Yes, if anyone's interested, I got your back.
Excellent.
Teach someone how to be a teacher.
Yeah, literally.
So not only that, you are a teacher, but you're also a
Yes.
musician yourself.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Doing folk music.
Yes.
As just you and the Gap.
Yeah. Love how you use the Gap. Yeah.
You can tell I'm just a singer. I don't know.
I thought you were a guitarist because you actually had that
Just
pretty
a
down pat.
singer is not a thing.
Sorry.
You need to take that just away. I'm a singer.
So I started off with just my voice and then did some piano, did some guitar. I had beautiful teachers who really nurtured me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And then I had when I went to study WAPA for 5 years, like a grandma. After 5 years.
Yeah.
Could you believe that? I don't even know how I did that, to be honest. But I loved it. I love the creativity. I like the people and the lectures. Oh, definitely. If you're someone who's listening and you're like, wanting to get into uni, be friends with your lecturers because they are the people who will help you out the most.
100%.
They
They're good people.
Definitely.
They're
amazing
there.
people.
They're there to help you.
Yeah.
They want to
But
help
some
you.
are not very nice.
Oh, okay.
Some aren't.
I wouldn't know. I never went to uni.
Neither did I, Jordy.
Some have lost their passion, right? Do you find like some lose their passion? They're there teaching passionate people because that's why you're chosen to do what you're doing. And they're kind of just treating it like, yes, it is just a job to them, but they're treating it like it has no worth and no value to the people. And it's like so sad.
Damn.
I want to like
isn't it?
punch them.
It's so true. Like, there's some people. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Do it.
There's some people who shouldn't be teachers.
Dude,
because like
100%.
No communication
there's
skills.
no communication skill. And that, amen to that. Like that's what I teach. Like, that's the key of things. Communicating on stage, communicating with people like yourselves. Like if you don't have good communication skills, if you're not good with children, what are you doing?
And it's also too like not everybody is going to learn by your teaching style. They learn differently. Find out how they learn and work with them.
100%.
You know, and I think that's where a lot of failures happen, and then lots of kids feel like they're just not good enough because they're not getting it. It's like, no, you're just going to be taught in a different way.
Yeah, because I think of that as well. Like I think back to when I was in school.
Oh, that was many
3,000 years
moons
ago. And I can't help but think, maybe I might have excelled in this specific area if I did have a different teacher.
Yeah.
Or if I did have someone that kind of understood me in that way. But I never wanted to be at school. Like I didn't want to be there.
But learning can be really fun. It can be. Yeah, if it's done if it's taught in the right way.
We've discussed this a couple of times now. Like I didn't actually start having this hunger for knowledge until I was like late 20s, almost early 30s. That's where I was like, hey, I really want to learn that, or I want to start learning that. When I was, 15, 16, I didn't want to be at school.
No.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to be smoking behind the library and stuff,
And that's what you
playing
did.
my guitar,
It's like your prefrontal cortex isn't developed at that age, so you don't
My
know
what?
your prefrontal cortex. It's not developed, so you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Stay in
and
school.
then, like after 20, you kind of go, boys kind of go, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing because it's developed a bit better now.
Dude, I don't know what a prefrontal cortex is. All right, I do. I know it's part of your brain and stuff, but I can tell you what a pentatonic scale is.
Okay,
all right?
I love that.
That's cool.
All right, let's get back to the music.
All right, now that's pretty much the
Is
only
that
scale.
a cappella group? I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Oh my god. It's so bad you broke the mic. Mic drop.
It's all happening.
Yes.
Take it back.
Yes.
So you, not only you're a teacher, but you play music.
Yes.
How long have you been doing music on your own in the scene?
First off, thank you for this is. I think this is an ADHD. You're the person who's like, let's get back to the focus.
You're not the only. You're not the first person that says that.
It's actually really good.
He's the one that just draws us back
He's
to
very
like,
well behaved.
Oh, that's
She-
beautiful.
Mel's the devil. I'm the angel. and Jordy's like the one in
Am I the
between.
human?
Hey?
I'm the human in between with the.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a good question.
We might have to chat about that
Yeah.
later.
Let me see. I've done music, so overall, probably since I was like, I'm trying to think if it more professionally or probably just where would you
From professional.
more professional.
Yeah.
I reckon I reckon when I was in uni, that was when I stood into like the having that idea of, oh, this is how I'm meant to present myself in the scene and with people.
Yeah. Right.
So I reckon as soon as I was in uni, I had all of these beautiful people who were showing me and lecturing me. And I think, when I stepped into that, I was like, awesome. Like as soon as you step into a place, you're representing yourself automatically. So how you treat people is super important. And that's when I'm teaching and when I'm like just talking to people generally, like the scene is so crucial to be, it's a small scene. So you do have to treat people with respect. If you don't,
Absolutely.
It's
No, because you could do a million nice things for people, but the minute you make a mistake or you piss someone off or you speak to them like a piece of shit, they'll remember that one bad time.
Absolutely. They may not even remember the nice things that you do for them, but they'll remember the shitty things.
That's right.
You know.
And the old saying, shit sticks.
Yeah,
So,
literally.
This is true.
It does.
So if you had to say,
just
how many years have you been?
I would
back.
say, I'm not. I would say, okay, let's just say probably since I was 17, because I entered around 17, 18 into ECU Whopper, and then from then, but professionally, performance-wise, like out of uni, it's been the past 2 years where I've been like, I've been in the scene. I love the scene, and I like I love it so much how everyone knows everyone, and there's like this beautiful community. And I've heard from other places they don't have that as much in different states.
No, they really don't.
So we're very actually fortunate to have that community and that support from different people.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I love, being unique. When you're unique, and people just are in that creative outlet. Like if I was doing law, no offense to anyone lawyers in here. Oh my gosh, there's a lawyer in this room. I'm so sorry. I'm just not good at law. Wow. No, odds to you. 100%. No, I was just saying, if I was in studying law, I probably would have been like, I don't know if I can do this. Because it's not correct. Like, I mean, it can be creative. But you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I feel like being in that world.
The creatives gravitate towards each other.
It does. Yeah.
For
sure. Yes, they do.
And it's crazy how everyone, it's a stated fact that Perth is one of the most isolated places. But
it's a fact.
It is the closest, like one of the closest communities.
Yeah.
So
it is, definitely. I think that's why. Yeah, I think that's why we are the way we are in WA and Perth. Because we are so isolated. We have to rely on this community to make it work here for us.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So I read that you've played, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you had a band.
Oh, yes.
And then you do your solo stuff? Or are you still doing the band thing? Like, tell us a bit more about that.
So I'm kind of doing like all of it.
I love that.
I mean, I've had a bit of an episode, an injury on my finger.
No.
Don't be a musician and try and catch footballs.
No
end
ball
well.
games. No ball games.
So
In fact, I just go by the rule of no sport.
that's what I'm now taking. I've learnt my lesson. So I have my beautiful band who I do as session musicians, and they're like my family. So I work with them. And depending on the gig, if let's say if the person's asking for more solo scene or a duo, I just grab the people who I love who are in that band with me, and we just work together.
And but what's needed,
yeah, 100%.
So you use them, you record in, and you use them in the recording side of things as well, or
100%.
Yep.
Yes. Sorry. That sounds really dodgy when I just did that. Of course,
vocal warm up.
I use them.
I've had too many when I'm recording. That is that. I love them, guys. Letting you know, there is a beautiful mutual. I think it's the lollies that have gone down the wrong pipe. Anyway,
do you want some water?
Actually, I will have some.
Have some water, please. Feel free to take a sip,
and it's tanned as well.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh yes, thank you.
Gin.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
This is beautiful.
This is the biggest freaking straw I've ever drank out of.
So big.
Oh, dude, these are the biggest bloody Skittles I've ever.
I know.
Extra large.
Yeah, when it comes to recording, I'm always I've recently worked with different people, different producers, and even Peter and Zulu, who was actually filming this whole beautiful interview. He's an incredible artist himself.
Yes,
Legend.
It's a legend. And I actually started with Peter and Zulu.
Wow.
I think that's what I love about Perth, is that family based.
Yeah.
And I've worked with different people, but I've had different musicians, session musicians. And I think when you haven't found your people, and when you find people who can take care of you, I'm always going to be forever thinking of Peter and Zulu.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of different people, Lee Buddle, Ethan French, when it comes to my music. And I think that's what's also really hard, is there's so many beautiful creative people out there that you're like, I look at you all. And it's hard, isn't it? But
it's fun about finding that compatible relationship, I guess, if you're on the same page, musically, intellectually, emotionally. You need to be like that. You need to have all of those factors, I think. Otherwise, it's never going to work.
Yeah.
Do you gig much?
I do. At the moment, I've been on a few times this year because of the injury. But I would say I've been doing a lot of gigs for the past few years. But since the injury, I've been being more duo style.
So it was quite a serious injury then?
It was. I couldn't play guitar, and I still can't. I can't use my index.
So what did you actually do to it?
I broke my knuckle.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not joy.
Yeah, would you believe on Christmas Day? I was trying to catch the football, and all my friends will be laughing at this, but I was I tried to catch it, and they were like, of course you didn't mark it. I'm actually pretty good at marking. I will say that now. It was just that one episode where it was my sister kicked it at me in the middle of a cricket field. I don't know why. We're best friends.
Mind you, Sabrina got best and fairest that day.
And oh my gosh, the doctor who I saw, he was not having a day. I was trying to make him laugh because it was Christmas Day,
Yeah.
It was it was actually probably near the end.
If somebody can't laugh with you, they have a problem.
The mic just said it all. That's
All
right.
Literally, if somebody can't laugh with this woman,
You and me, we got beef.
like
right?
not at you, but with you, they've got a problem.
That's the second time.
Well, he was just like I was being like, it's such a lovely day, isn't it? And he's like, I was like, oh my God.
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
just like,
It's all right.
You know, you probably shouldn't go into the waiting room with a bottle of wine, even though it's Christmas Day, right? Like,
But you could have just sung him a song.
oh, maybe.
Touched his soul.
You know, it's me thinking I was like, my finger was fine and everything. Like, it would be fine. So I'm like going, we're making TikToks with my finger. Realization is actually broken.
All right.
see, like,
I couldn't believe it.
finding something
of your
positive.
finger.
out of- Yeah.
It was so fat. Like,
Yeah.
the ring, I had to remove this ring of my finger.
Look, guys, it's purple. That's cool.
I was like, it looked like a worm.
Oh,
I'm doing all these weird things. And then the doctor's like, yeah, just want to let you know it's actually broken. And I was like, wow.
But we're back on top.
We're back
We're
on-
getting there.
We're getting there. But actually, in a sense, I reckon things do happen for a reason, and I think it's actually been really good because it's made me focus more on the performance, the vocals, and I still have these incredible people who I'm working with who are jumping on and are actually, you know, feeling you can only do what you can do.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, but I think it's actually been a really good experience because now I can be like, oh, with that song, I could just sing it instead of playing it.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting.
So when you're playing live, are you always playing with an instrument, whether it be piano? Are you playing keys live or just guitar live?
It depends, but I do usually leave the keys to like probably the key person.
a pianist.
Yeah,
The guy that plays the white and black keys.
Pianist. Funny word. Pianist.
Yeah, he's just I was like, I want to say it properly.
Yeah, I know. You need to enunciate that.
Really
Pianist.
awkward, wouldn't it?
Pianist.
Yeah, we were both thinking the same thing. Man. Yeah.
And he called me the devil. How dare you?
And then I used originally was playing with my guitar and singing, but this year it's been more just me without. But I will be using the guitar shape, but not be using this finger.
No, that's
So
fine. We'll
everyone
forgive
know.
that. So how do you
Okay.
feel like when you're performing? I mean, I know I've worked with so many different musos. I don't play an instrument live, but I do play instruments when I'm writing and stuff like that.
Oh, beautiful.
Because it gets in the way of jumping around and thrashing around and stuff. So for me,
Very true.
but I know that some musos who are so used to playing with an instrument feel like awkward, like holding the mic, like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Yeah.
almost as if they're using the microphone as their like security blanket
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know if I was to go on stage, I would feel so naked and vulnerable without my guitar.
It's so funny you say that because I've
Yeah.
seen it happen. Like, you know, like even when we jump on stage, like for example with Amber Down,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
get up
yeah.
there and we're like,
Well, I was
And
just
then-
thinking then, Ashes
and then
of
feel like
Autumn.
these guys
Yeah.
who normally have guitars just standing on stage, like I don't,
Yeah.
I feel so awkward. I don't know what to do.
When we had our double single launch
Yes.
at the Rose
Oh, and
Mount.
your guys came on.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
guys came on.
yeah, because
We did a cover.
Stephen Hellhammer, Mr. Stefan Helbo,
His
Oh,
great ideas.
just get on stage, Johnny. It'll be. I don't have a guitar. No, just jump
you're
around.
not playing. You're just singing. You're backing vocals.
Okay, I get up there and I'm like, I'm naked. What do I do?
Literally. Oh my god.
Like, what do I do, man? Like, this is uncool.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to ask you. Do you feel like any different, like with that, if you leave your guitar?
Oh, you know what? I think it's actually trained me to just be when you're like put in that scenario, you just have to do it. Hey,
Yeah.
I think originally when I've had a first gig this year where without my guitar,
Excuse me.
I actually was like, I felt a bit naked. But I think it was like, how do I want to communicate? And I think what helped was having, I mean, everyone's different. Sometimes I would have the mic on the stand so I could use my, my wee arms and my hands.
Yep.
And sometimes I would hold it.
Yep.
But I feel like, people, I mean, it's so easy to get in your head. Like, oh, what are people
Yes.
look at me?
Yeah.
Like, what are
Yeah,
people
yeah.
thinking of me when am I
Jazz hands.
But I think at the end of the day, it's just being in that moment.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm like, at the end of the day, people are just wanting to see a performance.
Yeah.
They're not really thinking, is that hand looking a bit weird?
Right. No, yeah.
But it's so easy to, as a musician, like
Yep.
all the time. But yeah, I think it's actually, this is probably why it's been really good. It's kind of shaped me into being like, whatever circumstance you put yourself in, you have to just be on the go, be
Yeah.
ready, just take it on,
Sit on
enjoy the
ready.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, why not?
So tell us about your songwriting. I want to hear how your songwriting, your processes, and the things that you write about. Like, just can we get
thank
into that
you.
for a little minute?
Of course. So I always start with a melody. I think melody is my probably I'm more confident with.
Yeah.
And I love painting a picture. So I'm very much like a storyteller. I was really inspired by John Williamson. Anyone know A Train Blue? Yeah. Oh, it's me and you. Saw him live last year. I was like, such an amazing artist. And he actually was someone I grew up with. And basically having that connection where it's like making sure it's the lyrics, the melody, everything, you can not just hear it, but you can see it. Like that's for me really important. So when I'm ever in that process of writing, I'm like, I have to get, no matter what I'm going through or whatever the song is about, I have to make sure people from whatever part of their life can really
resonate with it.
And connect with it. And I think that's something that's really important. It's so easy. People say there's so many different types of writers. You can write purely for yourself. You can write for other people. And then there's that, you want to kind of have, I've realized you want to have that medium, because then you're not losing yourself in your own music. So you're like, you can write a song that's both inspired by the people that you're writing to, but also inspired by your own life, so that people can be like, oh, yeah, that makes that, even though that song is about something completely different to what I'm hearing, I connect with it because of my own story. And that's like my aim all the time whenever I'm writing. And I'm really, really fortunate. I have actually a lyricist, a beautiful lyricist, who's also in the studio today. A beautiful mother. We co-write a lot. And
wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
like
really
magic.
Yeah, she's so easy to work with. Because she's my mother. Her name's Wendy Patrick, and she also released and she's been releasing a few children's books, and she released her second one, The Tales of Julie Pop, recently. So if anyone's interested, you can definitely
creative family.
Yeah,
I love that. And it's like a really supportive family, it sounds like, and working with mom.
I'm starting to think we give mum her own episode.
Well, because we're not just about music either. Like we are covering all areas of art. So
creativity.
We should get you on and
music,
talk about your books.
Art.
And boom, Bob's your uncle. There you go. Got you a gig.
We'll take 10%
Sorry, I just realised I don't want to break your finger.
Gosh, I didn't even realise. We'll go to therapy.
We'll break each other's fingers and we'll both go to the hospital.
We'll walk out like this.
We'll compare our fingers. Mine's purple.
I'm actually kind of having a bit of a Vietnam flashback right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Have you done many shows at Mojo's?
I would probably say the past year I've probably one or two, but I have been up on Mojo's.
Dude, because I'm feeling the same thing. But I want to say ukulele. You don't play ukulele?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was first starting out my band a year or so ago.
Oh, brilliant.
we're just getting gigs left and right, and we got chucked on an indie folk night.
Oh,
and we're pop punk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Was that you? You played after us.
I think was it earlier this year or last year? Maybe it was last year, the end of last year.
Yeah.
And it was who was the amazing person who organises
Sweet Man.
Love Sweet Man. He's so sweet. I'm sorry. That was a great joke.
That's nuts.
That's actually insane. Because I thought you looked familiar.
Because I remember we walked in and the band, they were called Canary.
Yes.
They were playing. Yeah. Yes. And I was like, we're in the wrong place. Why are we here right now? And then we started playing. We played our first song, and majority of the whole room just got up and walked out.
Bell gravity's breakdown.
I was just like, and it wasn't a go. Wasn't a go. But I remember vaguely after we got off. We got all the stuff off, and we were watching the crowd, and then I'm pretty sure it was you.
Oh, that's amazing. Lovely to see you again.
We're only 28 minutes into this episode, and now you realise.
Okay, this was thrust upon us at the last minute, okay?
Sabrina, before we run out of time, we've started this new segment, right? And it's called What's on Repeat. And that's where we ask all our artists,
my brain,
all our guests, if we were to go onto your Spotify right now, on your phone, what have you been playing on repeat?
Doesn't have to be local. Can be anything. Anything that's just, ticking your box.
Who's the earworm for Sabrina right now?
I've actually got quite a few. Okay, Boy Genius. Love Boy Genius.
Boy Genius. Slap.
Coldplay, always on repeat.
Okay.
Went a bit there. Love Coldplay, biggest fan ever.
Yep.
Tom Odell. He hasn't given you a list. Do you want to give you a lead list?
No. But that's the joy of it, putting someone on the spot like this, because yeah, if it was me, it's like, you know, Metallica or whatever. Or,
You
or,
don't say.
Vocal.
This week it's been sleep.
Bit of Parallax.
Seven
so-
Dust for me. Seven Dust.
Yeah, Seven Dust. Justin Bieber. Yeah.
No.
No.
For me, I would say, you know, I can't think of Who Cares, Cat and Mouse. Love
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah, who cares?
Really
Yeah.
cool.
Beautiful.
Who cares?
OJ, Taku,
Yeah, OJ.
Taku Sobu.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
just dropped a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
So
Local
stuff, you know,
yes.
support the
I
locals.
love, 100% definitely do, because there's so many amazing, talented people, and that's Perth scene, isn't it? It's like, and I think when it's being isolated, people sometimes easily is it the right word? Override it? Overwrite it?
Yeah,
probably.
override.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. This is great.
Yeah.
So
How did it
we're not
help?
the subject, but thank you for
You're the
correcting me.
music teacher.
Just off time. But you know, it's so easy just because like we're a small community. People are like, but there's actually so much beautiful talent, like Stacey Ann, Jonny the Giants, like Ula, like, you know, it's not even my friends. Like everyone has the most like amazing. Like everyone's so unique, and that's what I think. I think don't let Perth music scene die, because obviously things have been happening where
Oh, yeah.
I
it's
don't
scary.
think it could be killed. It's
I
just a
don't
matter of the music venues staying
Yeah.
staying
It's a
alive,
matter of the
you
people
know, like-
showing up.
Yes.
The numbers. That's
Go
why
to a damn
Yeah.
gig,
Yeah.
I said.
that's why all the venues are closing
You
down.
could be the most popular band in Perth, but the fact is, like, if people don't want to go out,
No.
then they're not going to see you.
But you know, it is. I mean, again, too, it's very expensive. Drinks are
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Ubers are expensive. Like, you know, there's a lot of barriers in the way, right?
There's this thing I want to give a little shout out. Don't mind me.
Go on.
It's beautiful.
So my band are a part of a local indie independent label,
Beautiful.
and they started this new incentive that for bands, you know, get the bands in the scene to come out to the gigs to support other bands.
Yes.
They've created this new incentive. You pay what you will. You don't have to pay full price.
Oh, I love that.
You know, if you just want to pay $1.
yeah.
It's not about the money. It's about just getting bands
People
from
in
the
there.
scene together, unifying. So they
That
just
is
started that
brilliant.
initiative.
Yeah, I love
Toxic
that.
Heart. That's
Yep.
my label, so check them out.
I like
but
that.
I will
yeah,
support 100%.
and it was really cool. We did it our first show a few weeks back, and our first launch show, and I saw 4 or 5 different bands just coming in full, just like Blackstone Brewers, OJ, Electric State, bunch of cats, Sly Withers. I think saw a few people. Those guys came down just to support, and I was like, oh man,
that's
it made
so-
my heart.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
like,
beautiful feeling when you're seeing people, even when they're completely different style to you,
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And it's just that love is like music is so beautiful. Like I feel very honored and blessed to be even sitting here and being in what I do, because it's just like such a beautiful, doing music. Not many people do have that opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
The truth is, Sabrina, you're the star. We just want to shine light on you.
you too.
That's the point of big things coming,
That's
because
it.
we could talk about ourselves until the cows come home.
But we are boring.
Yeah.
there's a guitar in the room.
There
Yes.
is a guitar in the room.
Tell us a little bit about what you're going to play. And just give us a bit of a backstory. quickly.
So this is a song I wrote, Mother. I'm going to share that with you today, because it's also the only song I can actually play.
Oh, with your little.
So you're gonna be like this the whole time.
No judgments in the room. But I wrote it actually. It's a song for the mums. It's called Mother, and it's a song for mothers. And it's in the actual reason why I wrote it was in the scenario where your child or the person that you love the most is going through a hard time, and just being a mum and being that person that that loved one in that space, just having that presence.
Did you bring me a tissue? 'Cause I feel like I'm going to
Oh no!
have a weepy moment.
And I know my mum watches this show every week, so I think she might need a box of tissues as well.
Yeah, I just feel like it's already starting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not even a mum, and I feel like I need to sit.
Sabrina, before you pick up your beautiful guitar, just quickly, you've got a gig coming up.
I do.
Yeah. Do you want to plug it?
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
So I've been very honoured and very blessed to have been asked to support Boy and Bear on the
that's
31st of
wow.
May.
I love that
Yes.
for you.
Thank you guys so much. I actually, this is such. I'll quickly be very quick with the story. Basically,
Take your time, mate.
Tell us.
No, right.
But I'm gonna
Pass them down.
Actually, I can't. So basically, there's a competition going out, and I'm like, I've been in that mindset this whole year since not being able to play gigs properly, where I was like, whatever happens. Like, just take, this is something I've also learned in uni, just take opportunities, just give it a go. Always be that kind of person to, you never know what's going to happen. And so amazingly, I didn't even think it would happen, but I didn't even put that, you know what I mean? You don't really think so much about it that you're just like, I'm just going to see what happens. And I put it out there, and I put, I cover up one of their beautiful, beautiful songs, Southern Sun, love it. They in the middle of work, their manager, I don't know if I can say people's names. Can I say people's names?
Say it.
Fantastic. Aiden, love you, man. You're amazing. Beautiful manager. And he calls me, and he mentions me first in the middle of, I work in a Christian college, so we're in the middle of worship. So it's actually really funny. So I'm trying to worship while I'm getting a message. I'm like, no, praise. I had to put my phone on away and turn it off, because I was like, I have to be in the moment right now. I can't just be and then after, I call them, lovely guy. They probably thought I was the most goofiest person. I was like, hello, just keep repeating. And then they offered me a slot, which was so beautiful. And I think this is also a message to those who struggle with confidence or struggle with who they are. Just give things a shot. You never know what could happen. I've been in that place where you don't feel like you're good enough, which I think everyone goes through. It's there's a wave. We have waves in our lives. And I've been that person who's struggled with my learning, but I just have something with music that I love, and I'm like, I'm just going to take it on. And I hope this helps someone who's listening in who's like, I want to do music, but I don't know if I'm good enough. Just do it.
Yes.
Have fun. Life is too short to worry.
Exactly.
It's beautifully inspiring.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You guys too.
It's never too late.
Never
You're
too
never
late.
too old.
Yeah.
You can pick up the harmonica, the piano, guitar.
Yeah.
Kazoo.
Not everyone's got a voice. I'll just say that now.
What's the worst thing that can happen? They're going to say you suck?
Yeah, literally.
Cool. Yeah.
I always say everyone does have a voice, but
I try to sing. I try very hard, but I can't.
Well, you can. You just
No.
yeah.
You're more of a
I'll
background
argue
singer.
with you.
But even Ed Sheeran, that story about him, and he look at his technique. It just takes, I guess,
when he shows the voice note.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes.
Remember
I
that?
was like,
He's like, oh.
so if he can do it, you can
Why
too, man.
can't you?
You know, I
One
reckon
day.
you can.
She's
One day.
inspiring more people.
Oh, you've got this.
You should teach or something, right?
Well, all right, Sabrina.
Big vibes.
Do you want to grab that guitar?
I will.
Get yourself set up.
So what was the date and the location of that gig, you know?
Oh,
coming up in May?
Should I put it back on?
Oh, that's all right. Just tell us.
So 31st of May at the Astor Theatre.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
It is sold out. I do apologise. I had my
spion.
family
Suck
who've
eggs.
been my family's like, get me a ticket. I'm like, oh. And but you never know. I'm gonna organise a gig after.
Yes.
Probably in June.
Like a post after party gig.
Yeah. Just for those who I guess who wanted to come and missed out. Like bring that community back. Because
I'd love to check this out too.
Oh, thank you, man. Really
We should
appreciate
play
it.
your the cover of the song that you did. That would be a really nice.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
Or
be
if you did a post gig.
That's a good idea, actually.
I'm an ideas girl.
B1, thinking B1.
All right, grab that guitar. Let's rock.
With me, you would probably want to do it.
I got you. With Boy and Bear, are you familiar?
Yeah, I know.
The amazing
that.
song,
Yes.
Mexican Mavis.
Okay.
Amazing indie folk.
Yeah.
Yeah, big vibes.
Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Hush, dear child of mine, let's go back to the sea. Lay your head on mine like a pillow, cast your rose on me. For your heart is strong, but your mind is weak. There's no better time than to feel the love upon your mother's cheek. Let's run through the forest, past the fir trees. Let's dance around bluebells that grow. Let's sail through the rivers full of wonder. See the lily pads sprinkled with snow. I can see him now, galloping through the wind. Hold your rifle down and seek the love that longs to win. Let's run through the forest, past the fir trees. Let's dance around bluebells that grow. Let's sail through the rivers full of wonder. See the lily pads sprinkled with snow. Snow, oh, oh. She's your sky. She's your light that guides the way. Planets high, clouds that soak up the day. She's your sky high. She's your light that guides the way. Planets high, clouds that soak up the day. Let's run through the forest, past the fir trees. Let's dance around bluebells that grow. Let's sail through the rivers full of wonder. See the lily pads sprinkled with snow. Let's dance through the rivers, past the fir trees. Let's dance around bluebells that grow. Let's sail through the rivers full of wonder. See the lily pads sprinkled with snow. Snow, oh, snow, snow, oh.
Just so beautiful.
That
Captivating.
was fucking incredible. Yeah. Like I got goosebumps.
Thank you.
Man.
Oh, it was just so beautiful.
No, you know, like, because obviously, like, I haven't heard your music before, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what your vocals were going to be like, or your guitar playing, and just hearing it, like, it's perfect. It is perfect, you know. Like
Thank you so much.
you are so extremely talented. I can't wait to hear your music, like your recordings and whatnot. Man.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Where can the audience find you? On socials.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Good thinking of one.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
That's what I'm here for.
You can find me on Spotify, Apple, really anywhere. Really, you can even search up on Google. Hello,
So
there's
your
Sabrina.
artist name on Spotify. How would we type it in? Like, what are we looking for?
If you just really type in Sabrina Ives, that will come
Sabrina
up straight away.
Ives.
Yeah.
You heard it,
Is that
everyone.
the same on the
Yeah.
socials, Instagram.
Same on everything, really.
Sabrina
yeah.
Ives.
Yeah.
You've gained yourself a new follower.
IVES. Yeah.
I was going to say,
IVES.
obviously, technicality,
yes.
instrumentally,
Yes.
phenomenal.
Oh,
But
thank you.
Incredible.
Saying
Just so beautiful.
with the imagery of the lyrics.
Shout
Yeah.
out to your
I was
mother
with
as
my
well.
mother.
I could visually
Mum,
see it.
you must be
in
so
my head.
proud.
With the lily pads.
Yes,
The lily pads under the snow.
That's exactly what I lived across the road, basically from the Mountains of Mourne, which actually sweeps
Okay.
across the sea. And when she sings that, all I can visualise is that.
Yeah, it's
Because there's
just
fir trees, used to
yes,
run.
Just
it's
for everyone at
beautifully
home right
genius.
now, we've got Sabrina's beautiful mother in the background talking to us. So
She's saying about the imagery.
we'll try and get Peter to push that audio into the file. But yeah,
But yeah, it's
everyone at
beautifully
home.
descriptive and just so beautifully executed in your singing and playing.
Oh,
You're just a
thank
beautiful
you.
songwriter and singer.
Took us there.
Oh, you guys.
You are so cool, man. Like you're, you know, you get those people. Like I said earlier, your presence, your energy is just intoxicating. I mean that in a
And
beautiful way.
contagious
Like,
as well.
yeah, contagious. That's what it is. Yeah.
You'd be really good on
Intoxicating,
radio,
yeah.
I think.
Oh my days! I've always thought about radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do
Yeah.
reckon, I mean, the poor listeners will be hearing me all 24/7.
Nah, you.
Hearing my life stories.
Sounded like
I wouldn't mind that.
Donny from the Wild Thornberries. Which is Flea.
Hello, Hoggy.
Did you know that? That's Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Sorry.
Oh,
He does Donny's
Bullshit.
voice. That's Donny's. Sorry.
You guys are my vibe, 100%.
This is all about you. Thank you so much, Sabrina.
Oh, thank
It
you
has
for
been a
having
pleasure.
me.
It's been
a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much, guys, for having. I feel very honoured. Thank you, everyone who's had me. You guys are beautiful, and honestly, hit these guys up. They're amazing. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much.
You guys won't be able to see her perform at the Boy and Bear show because it's sold out, suckhead. Anyway, but you'll be able to see some videos.
We
of
might even
her.
get a review on it.
That's right.
That's all the time we got time for. Thank you
Thank you,
to
guys.
Mustang Print,
Yep.
Henhouse Rehearsal Studios, Scudley Films, and thank you
wonderful.
to all our supporters. Sabrina Ives. See you
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Big things coming.